Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Lucid, and I'm joined this time by Grippa.
Now you know it's going to be a good episode.
I
Definitely you're
gotta
anything important.
remember my password.
And this is how newcasting dies. Okay, there we
Yeah,
go.
no, we're
Good
in.
morning.
Ah,
Zane, literally joining us.
and now you know it's going to be a bad episode.
Woo.
All right. So you guys missed it. You guys remember how I've been smack talking the crap? Well, really, we all have. We've been smack talking Agartha, not building labs. You know, basically they haven't played Dominions in any way like is the normal meta.
He's cosplaying as the Catholic Church, just building temples everywhere.
He just put down I think it was like two Olmish armies last turn. And Olm was like casting fancy magic, and Agartha's like, I have 600 crossbows.
Agartha cast crossbow. It's super expensive. Super effective.
It's super effective. Okay, for Legra, I've made peace with Abyssia, so I am now to go to war with Jomon. It's a shame because they have too many thrones. Okay, so Jomon isn't actually really doing a throne rush. That's the other thing that's happened. Jomon has declared war on Bogarus. And if successful, they will have enough thrones to win. Not if the throne rush is successful, if they beat Bogarus. So it's kind of like the person they are picking has the required amount of thrones for them to win.
Yeah.
Now,
Gotcha.
somebody can always vulture those thrones. Like, in general, that is not the reason to go to war. But, Jomon's also in a pretty clear position 1 right now, too. With Lemuria in a arguable position 1 or position 2. They're right behind him, probably.
That's a lot of Lemuria attacks.
Yeah, so let's go in here. We've got Lemuria attacking, sending in some Grand Lemurs. I'm just going to confirm these are casters. Sometimes you can put gear on them. Oh no, they've got water elementals. Now, water elementals are actually a great thing for Grand Lemurs to hold, because these water elementals, when mixed with skeletons, are going to make it very hard to thug this. They're like the skeletons are like the anvil, and the water elementals are a little bit like the hammer. Though they are kind of out in front.
It just occurred to me, so Lemuria's a full-on fighting Jomon now. They just started the whole thing.
So it's
going in.
It's Lemuria it's a Lemuria, and Lemuria's kind of fighting everybody, which is not always a bad thing for Lemuria. It's bad for them early, but by the mid game it can actually be good.
They can expand in any direction.
Right.
That throne is definitely Lemuria's now.
Oh my god. So this is the Jomon throne, and there's a lot of ghosts on it. I wouldn't say definitely, right? Because you teleport in.
He can teleport, but he can't get an army there.
He could gateway.
He's on the other throne there. He could gateway, I guess, but
I mean, even just Firestorm could do it. There's a bunch of different things he could try to do to defend. Yeah, I think my last Lemuria game, I was very paranoid about Firestorm coming out. Okay, so he's just attacking he's attacked this too, underwater. So he's lifted 4 provinces from Jomon. Lemuria had also been attacking Agartha. They ended their nap with Agartha, but it doesn't look like they actually attacked. Oh my god. And down here, okay, so... Oh my god. 40 PD and 45 crossbows. And then he rolls on top of this Olmish fort. Now, he has a big mage core. I think the only thing they can really do is Horde of Skeletons, but that's not a very bad spell when you have a bunch of crossbows behind him.
it's playing Olm's game. It's like, hey, here you go. Here's some crossbows and some chaff behind the crossbows.
Oh, the Ghoul Baron. Does this guy... Oh, he summons Ghoul Guardians, I think.
I don't remember if it was Gold Guardians, but it is an action. It's not a passive deal.
Oh, he's just piecing out. But he's in that fort now, isn't he?
Yeah, he should be.
That's so many mages from Agartha, though. I'm so
Is
proud.
the Ghoul Baron immortal? Or he's just gonna...
1 second. Okay, so... Slams into this with enough to pop this fort. And then in this army, 317 light crossbows. Now, these are the good crossbows. It's an extra damage over normal crossbows. So
sounds so little, but means so much.
Yeah, I mean, it's
and
significant.
it makes up for the Agarth and craft precision too.
Right.
I think it has extra precision in it.
Yeah, I mean, when you have 320 crossbows, the precision isn't the most important number. So presumably that's going to go on top of this fort. And we were wondering, would Agartha turn back and try to push Jomon off? Because Jomon has come through here and stormed this fort. That had nothing in it.
My temples!
And yeah, he's just coming through here knocking down temples. Apparently 30 PD kills in the Onioji. But...
Oink.
I mean, this is just Ashigaru. This isn't like quality... Oh, he's got mass protection though, okay.
And Legions of Steel going on them.
Yeah. Let's see what they look like with those 19 protection and a 16 damage Yari. Not bad. They have... Oh, it's 2 experience stars. I was like, they have pretty good attack skill.
For 8 gold. Pretty good.
Jomon with a Dione running around. It's kind of cool to get to see these fancy things.
Yeah,
as an ordinary guy.
I would use this guy more as a Wailing Winds caster, I think. He's the lucky air random. But, you know, he's mobile. He's running around. And, I mean, these forts are falling like flies. I mean, Jomon's score graph must be going nuts. Oh, no, but they got attacked by Lemuria, too. Okay, so Agartha basically all-inning Ulm while he's losing his core land to Jomon. The message from Ulm, I didn't think crossbows would be able to hit my mages from that distance. Lemuria's attacking Jomon's throne this turn. I think events are about to happen much faster, and his little finger said, chaos is a ladder to climb. Or maybe I'll fall off and die. It doesn't look like Ulm is going to be climbing this chaos ladder.
Yeah, he's got his armies there though, so we're gonna see what the hell happens.
I mean, he might win a fight, right? But like, I mean, either Lemuria is going to eat a lot of Jomon's stuff and get big and out of control, or Jomon's going to eat a bunch of everybody else's stuff and get big and out of control. None of those things look terribly good for Ulm.
Yeah, and I don't think Ulm's going to win a battle without taking significant losses. So even if he wins the battles, like he's going to lose a bunch of his stuff, and he's got super hard to recruit sacreds.
Yeah, the return of Lemuria is going to be very spicy.
Okay, so that's that. Are there any other things that we haven't really looked at here? I don't think so. Oh. Satis attacking Phlegra. Now, Abyssia, Satis was thinking, okay, so Abyssia declared war on Phlegra because Phlegra had lost a ton of stuff to Satis. And... you know, Satis was thinking, okay, well, Abyssia is attacking Phlegra. Phlegra's got a bunch of my shit. Probably Abyssia is going to attack me. But that didn't really end up happening. And Abyssia is pieced out with Phlegra and is going to be, turning his attention to Jomon. Which, Abyssia's been doing a lot of walking. He's been walking back and forth. He was walking over here to fight Jomon. He walks up here to fight Ulm. He walks over here to fight Phlegra. Then he's going to walk back here and fight Jomon, you know?
Yeah, he's out there.
Yeah.
And, you know, he's that super mobile, ultra fast late age Abyssia movement.
Right.
Meow.
Meow.
Right across the map, as you know.
Yeah. I don't think the right attitude is, like, always commit to a war once you start it. Right? But the other extreme is run your armies across the whole map all game. And we're leaning a little bit on that side. You know. Like, he better... This is another way to put it. He's ended his non-aggression pact with Jomon. If he, how much is he going to actually mobilize this stuff over here? How much is he actually going to pull back? Is he going to evacuate this fort? If he doesn't, then he should probably carry on a 2-front war and try to make hay over here and just use this to poke at Jomon until he's ready to, like, until this war front closes down and maybe he mobilizes some troops this way. But Zan, any thoughts?
They have to go somewhere, so I'm not terribly against him overcommitting as long as he stops, or he doesn't like ping pong around.
Yeah, he's gotta go. Because it's just sad.
Because if Jomon's at war with Bogarus right now, I don't know if it's happened yet, but it definitely I definitely expect next turn all those Bogarusian flags are going to look very much like Jomon flags with an additional dragon in the province.
Yeah, that's possible. We do see some mages running around, like occultists here. There's calendologists here, and calendologists, of course, are the astral too. So, this may be tough raiding for Ryujin. So we'll have to see. Golem here.
There's no PD though, so it's like just on the mages. Like that one has one.
Yeah.
Okay, he's got more other places, but like.
Yeah, we'll see. But it's better than seeing no mages, right? Because the Ryujin are going to disrespect PD.
I love the mages. I love the mages.
Let's go ahead and go to the next turn 69. All right, we got turn 69. Messages from Jomon. Hi, casters. It seems the vengeful ghosts have come to haunt me over my previous generous donation of 5 fire gems to Abyssia in year 1. Unacceptable. Purgatory is unfortunately min cast, so it should only stay up. Oh, we didn't look at that. So Jomon has Purgatory up. Pretty good against ghosts.
Yeah, min cast Purgatory is best Purgatory because a lot of people won't expect it.
Yeah. If dispelled, I may try to Well of Misery pump out summons while I save up gems for Gifts of Nature's Bounty or Bountiful Harvest. What's a Bountiful Harvest? Okay.
Maybe he meant to say Gift of Health or Gift of Nature's Bounty.
Oh, okay. Allegra ended their non-aggression pact with me, but I'm not scared of them. Their tyrants are scripted to be highly fatigued by the end, and I should be able to script a Ryujin with Axe of Hate and Lion Pelt. That should be enough. Yeah, I mean, he's not even really doing the things like Phoenix Pyre. We haven't seen that cast once, so... Research-wise, I hit Alt 9. I'm a few turns away from Conjuration 9 for Tarts. I shouldn't need Gift of Health if I can get a Chalice. What a strange... that doesn't work anymore, right?
I didn't think Chalice worked on them.
It used to. It doesn't work anymore, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I don't think it does.
Yeah, that's like Dominions 3 stuff. What a strange thing. From producing Bakemono from Death Access... for Death Access, an indie commander... or an indie necromancers that replaced them, all the way down to Dione and Tarts. We are now a strong death power. I'm somewhat of a completionist, so I'm also saving away blood boosters to open a path to vampires with my Camazots. I see Abyssia is comparable to me in research and has Evo 8, so Flames from the Sky is dangerously close. Fun times ahead. Yeah. One thing you don't want to have to do as Jomon is like have to bunch up your armies to go fight, whoever's like all these people coalitioning you, and then have Abyssia sitting there peppering you with Flames from the Sky.
Yeah, I feel like Jomon's army right now, maybe I haven't seen too much of it, but it seems pretty shaky in that he seems to still be relying on a lot of like just humans with some big casters behind it.
I mean, that's kind of Jomon's late game thing in a way, right? Like they have really good human mages, but they're human mages, so they have the weaknesses that come with that.
He has the Ryujin to raid and stuff or sit back and cast, and then the just big human blobs.
Right.
He doesn't have that many avenues of threat, in my opinion, as of yet.
Which opens Abyssia up to doing one of their funner things of massed Pillar of Flame, turn 1.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
since they said they're at Evo 8, so Jomon will bunch up their units to buff them better. And
right. Yeah, I mean, certainly Jomon cannot do that, but he's been doing it, and there's reasons, not doing it also has a cost. So that's
Jomon's traditional game plan. So I don't, blame him or fault him.
Yeah, I think that one thing kind of add is like, it's one thing with human nations is I think you have kind of two modes of doing late game big armies. One mode is my mages are disposable. If somebody feels like dropping, 60 fire gems on flames from the sky, I'm going to probably lose most of this army. But I don't really care because it's like 8 mages, 100 troops. I'll do the gold for gem trade with you if you want. Right?
Yeah.
But then I think once you get more than that, once you start having like 20 or 30 mages, it just doesn't make sense if they're human mages in a late game army. So if you want to ever have that many mages in an army, like you'll need that many mages to win a fight, they either need to be fighting under domes or you need to put fire resistance gear on them. Like the best is actually the little water thing, the Demon Bane. But yeah.
Yeah. Agreed.
But we'll see. I don't think he's really. We'll take a peek at what Jomon's doing this turn. What the fuck?
It was a brave move, Cotton. Let's see if it pays out.
I mean,
Yikes.
that did happen. You cannot deny that.
They didn't die though.
No, it just happened.
Oh, they just had returning. They just had like.
Yeah.
Okay.
But what was the dire point that went up here?
Jomon with another. Oh, that might be him casting Purgatory this turn.
Oh yeah, I think
So
you're
he's
right.
saying the message is going up this turn. That's why we didn't miss it. Yeah, so he's saying
okay,
he's
yeah.
probably casting it this turn.
Yeah. Okay. More, it looks like Ring of Returning shenanigans. We've got a golem showing up. He's doing Solar Brilliance. Wait. Hold on.
See you later. Does he have like the
Power
Ring
the
of-
Spheres. Okay, so he cast Solar Brilliance, but it was enough to do fatigue for the fatigue to go over 200. And then it caused an HP damage and caused him to go home.
I thought he went home from that one arrow that just sailed in from the side.
Yeah.
See you later.
The time
Be gone.
this sort of thing happens most often to me is I do a Fairy Queen, and I put like a crystal shield on her or something to get her up to Air 4.
Yeah.
And then I have her cast Fog Warriors turn 1 with a Ring of Returning because I don't want to lose her. And she doesn't cast Fog Warriors, she just gets sent straight home. I'm like, God damn it.
Come back.
Yeah, because Fog Warriors is a lot of fatigue. You might be able to do it in Magic 3, but I think in a lot of scales you can't. That setup will send you straight home.
All right, well, you live and you learn.
So we've got Jomon attacking Bogarus here. So that war started. All right, so Zan, you had made a prediction that these Bogarus flags are going to look like Jomonese flags. Let's see. Oh, that's a scout. That doesn't really count.
Yeah, it's the same thing he did earlier that one time he was trying to bait, but...
What the fuck? They're supposed to be Ryujin, not scouts.
Yeah.
Maybe the nap isn't up. It's a scout army.
He's pinging every province. Like, I don't think Jomon has the time to do that.
I mean, I guess now he knows the provinces to throw his Ryujin at?
Maybe the nap isn't up this time. Yeah, he's just pinging every single province. Okay, let's just go see what happened. He definitely the nap must be up because he did whatchamacallit? This thing at him.
Yeah, the Call of the Wolves or whatever.
Yeah. But it's kind of interesting because he's been like, okay, show me what you would have done to counter my first turn of raiding. And now that he's seen it, he's like, okay, now I get to make a decision knowing what you would have done to counter my first turn of raiding.
Okay, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, yeah, it could be worse. Oh man. This throne, Jomon rides out with a single necromancer who retreats to see what's there, and then Lemuria goes inside. And inside there is nothing.
The merman.
So he's actually just evacuating that necromancer, but there was nowhere to go. This army he was trying to hit with that golem that didn't work. Oh no.
Like, this is what I meant by I don't think Jomon has the time to leisurely ping all of Bogarus's provinces.
He's made a
but
grave underestimation.
Yeah, Lemurian armies can be tough to thug against. You get a few things, like you see this ghost up here at the front, and that's AP damage, and then you got a lot of guys with paralyzed attacks. And then they're sacred, too, if I recall, so they can also get stolen. Turn on team-colored squares for that. Because you can see there's, 2 of these guys on advancing cast.
Giving you Raijin would be terrifying if you were Lemuria.
Oh, man, I would...
Is he going to attack rear?
I have the worst luck stealing stuff as Lemuria. I, never get it. And especially never get it early. Imagine if you got, 2 Ryujin on, turn 15 or something, or turn 20 as Lemuria.
It's hard to attack rear Lemuria, just because he's going to have so many ghosts back.
Oh, but he puts down one of the consoles.
He did lose the mirror image on that guy, though.
That's okay. Mirror images. Oh, these guys are on attack. They're not on advance and cast. That is a major mistake. I mean, they do have good weapons. He's got a Doomglaive at least. So he'll probably kill this. But definitely prefer to steal.
And the rest
but there were 4 back there. Now there's only 3. Okay,
Yep,
I think that Doomglaive got that one.
That guy's fatigued out. The one of them at the bottom with the lost body.
There's not a lot of apostasy getting cast. In fact, none. So he loses 1 Ryujin permanently. And gets, another one turned into a dragon. Not horrible, really. I mean, he killed 2 Grand Lemurs. And, I mean, the Grand Lemurs will be back, but in a while, that's significant. They'll take some of the steam off of the offensive. The real question is, did they have anywhere to retreat to? And there's a fort beneath them, so they're inside this fort now. So that's at least good. I think it's non-trivial getting them out, though, right? Because they'd have to have a friendly province to go to retreat to. And they can't, they're not stealthy, so they can't fly out. And
Jomon does not have a single army in this view.
Yeah, that was what I was thinking.
He doesn't have any actual troops.
Right.
They're still 2-3 provinces away.
Yeah. Did Lemuria make any other moves against a Gartha or no? Okay. I mean, their province graph must be going up pretty crazy right now. Oh, look at this.
There you go.
This is one of the things, and this is one of the things that make coalitions really tricky, is if you have position 2 and they've gotten you to go in on a war against position 1, knowing when to switch, because maybe it made sense for people to try to get something out of it, but you can see only one person has profited from this war, and it's Lemuria.
And Satis is on the way up. I mean, we're just pointing that out.
Yeah.
Not this turn, but previously.
It's alive.
I know that shape of a graph way too well.
Yeah. Had so many scouts from Jomon, all just dying.
It's definitely a weird
which does hurt, because then you don't see what's coming up behind the armies that you're fighting if you start losing your scouts that are behind the lines.
Yeah, that's true. I'll be interested to see if we get murmurs of, oh shit, Lemuria next turn from a bunch of people. Maybe we've made a deal with the devil.
Mm-hmm.
But, like we said, a lot of the way to measure how good the Lemuria position is how weak their neighbors are. Falegra, very weak. Ulm, very weak. Abyssia, semi-weak.
Not that weak.
Agartha we thought was weak, but I'm going to stop talking shit about Agartha.
Yeah.
He's coming for you next.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so this is what we were talking about. I think you made the was it you or maybe Ravzia? Zan, I can't remember. Somebody was like, well, these crossbow stacks are going to have real trouble when these... Oh, they didn't cast Firestorm. When these Olmish Devils cast Firestorm. I guess that didn't actually end up happening.
That's living flames. And some water elementals.
I mean, fire elementals don't do amazing against crossbows. Because they have 0 protection. And...
I mean, as an army of mundane troops, just regular evocations would do fine. Like, Firestorm would have been perfect here. I don't know why the other guy retreated. That was weird.
See, there goes the elementals already.
Yeah, that was weird.
Let's take a look. Let's see what happened.
I mean, he could have done Phoenix Pyre Firestorm.
Yeah, no more fire gems. So I'm not sure. I guess this was the plan. It's not really the right plan. Oh, this guy has... What is this for? Just elementals? I think it's like knowing what you're fighting, because it's like... Oh, Abyssi probably picked up a bloodstone from that. That Major's holding a bloodstone. Like, this would have been a great script for dealing with, like, light raiders.
Yeah.
But not what you want to cast versus an army. And then we have Agartha storming this fort from Ulm. Nobody's home, except that hero.
Aye.
Aye.
Like, yeah, magic beats troops late game, but it has to be the right magic.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, hero. We got a King of Banefires reporting for duty.
No weapons, though.
2 Sea Kings with some gems.
If they do water elementals.
Is that a Wraith Lord?
A Wraith Lord, yeah.
Oh, shoot. Well,
That's a fancy army. Hochmeister with a lifelong protection and a... Okay. I mean, this very bizarre composition from Ulm. I think this guy may be able to do Firestorm.
Equally bizarre composition of crossbows.
Yeah.
Oh, there
we go.
But will the crossbows kill them in time? No, I think they're all dying. I think they're really getting destroyed. Oof.
Okay.
Armies of Agartha are routed.
Well, that answers that question.
He used the right spell here.
Yeah.
Yep. We were curious, and this question has been laid to rest. Now, of course, did they kill anything important? No. So yeah, this is a pretty good summary of why you have to do research.
They even took out 5 shamans.
Yikes.
Yeah, it's a yikes.
On the plus side, Gartha now has more gold to build temples in the labs in the provinces he's taken.
But he's been losing ground over here. Let's take a look. Where's So this is Agartha's southern fort, which gets taken by Jomon. His capital is truly undefended. Yeah, I don't know what to do. I mean, it's a losing Agartha position, so it's like, what's the best play? Do you peace with Ulm and go fight Jomon? I mean, who knows? I think you just want a glorious death in combat. I mean, you can't save the position. But, you know, the other nice thing about fighting Ulm is he gets to learn good little lessons like this.
Yep.
So, that's...
Yeah, it's 434 kills from the King of Banefire. Please cast that spell more.
Right. That's, you know, I mean, that's the thing too, is like, that's how you kind of learn to play a game. That's like actually what play is, right? Play is trying things and getting, you know, seeing how it works and that process.
Agreed. So now I want to see those other devils casting Firestorm.
Right. Yeah, it's
pretty
like,
much.
what were they doing here? It's possible.
Yeah,
it's possible they were scripted to do it and they didn't because they didn't
have the gems.
Well, like, I don't know. It's like if it's in drain scales, and this is a magic one. You can have it where the spell's high enough fatigue that the guy's going to be like, no, fuck it, even if they technically can cast it. Let's see what Firestorm is.
Fire 5,
No,
isn't it?
it's only Fire 5, and they're Fire 4 already.
Yeah, so with Phoenix Fire, they should...
Yeah, you Phoenix Fire and use a few gems, and they can almost...
Well, you could do it actually with just a Fire 4.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, you wouldn't even have to do Phoenix Fire. Like, you can just straight up cast it as a Fire 4.
True, but if you're worried about that, which I always am, I'm always like...
Right. So, anyway, yeah. Okay. I think that's about it for this. I think we've covered pretty much everything. Let's scan through these, make sure we didn't miss any important battles here. Satis getting ground down by Flagrant PD, but taking land back.
7-9 kills.
Damn, hold on. 6 chariots did that much? Good job. That's why I like those things.
Killed.
Or 14, 14. Okay.
14, yeah.
That's why I like those things.
Yeah.
You're really sleeping on those city guard there, Sam.
I don't know about that. Let's not get crazy here.
Oh, Flagra taking this back from Abyssia, but they have an agreement, so that was probably negotiated.
Yeah.
Ulm with some vampires running around, attacking Agartha. We didn't see that, but good to know. It gets defeated here. Yeah, crossbows actually are okay against vampires as well.
Yeah. Especially hundreds. That's the battle we watch.
Right. Well, this is Agartha's big doom stack running around. Okay.
Oh no, we lost people.
Oh, shame. So I think
viewers are leaving.
Yeah, I think that's probably it for this episode. So, Zan, closing thoughts?
It's getting pretty spicy for Jomon. There's a little bit of pressure, especially with that Lemuria up and coming.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's making hay down here in Agartha land. And if he turns all these Bogarus flags into Jomon flags, in conjunction with getting the Agartha spoils, he'll be fine. He can even take these Lemurian losses if he just cauterizes the wound up here and stops the Lemurian progress. But all that remains to be seen. Will Bogarus die reasonably easy to Jomon, or will he resist? That's an important question. And will Jomon be able to cut the bleeding from the Lemurian engagement? That's the other question.
Yes.
There's other important questions too, like will Abyssia attack and all that, but...
I believe.
And the final question, I think, is will people keep the coalition going while Jomon falls and Lemuria rises ascendant, or will they switch? Or, like, at what point does that happen?
This is called a difficult decision.
Right.
Endgame's Dominion.
Okay. Well, thank you all for joining me, and thank you, Grippa and Zan, for co-casting.
You're welcome.
All right. Take care, folks.